I get up. Shunguluza focus, come on, be a go-getter. Gonna stay focused. Opportunities,
Mntwana zami, mahustlers wami ngithi sanibonani, umeki igama, umtambo isibongo, iSpani uhlelo, umhlobo wenene. Njengoba ngikusambisana nani bafethu kulo hambo lokufuna umsebenzi. Ngiyazi abaningi benu bafethu bahleli emakhaya, badangele, they are out and down in the dumps. Ngithi ungasabi, iSpani silela bafethu ukunikhombisa okukhanya kuze nani ke niyohamba niyotholela eyenu imisebenzi. But without wasting your time bafethu, namuhla ke sibheka umkhakha obizwa ngokuthi i-waste management. Excuse the pun, kodwa siyaspana bafethu. Mphethi Hustler bafethu Evelyn intokazi ethi imisele ngempela ungalahli ithemba, ungalahla amaphupho ayo, uyofaka lapha na ku dustbin. Athi noma ke ahlangazana nezinkinga bafethu nama challenges, yena ke akanandaba noma abantu bangakhuluma kabi bamgcekele phansi, athi that is just all trash talk bafethu. Sohlangana naye ke sithi kumazi kangcono bafethu, ngithi lalela nali balakhe.
Lebitso la ka ke Evelyn but batho ba ntse ba ka Ngubane Motsoahole. Dilemo tsa ka di 26 years old. Ke hopola hanetse ke le monyane re ne re dula ka Midville Sasalbeke. Then it happens batswadi ba ka ba movela to Tinezal Masilo location. Re dutse ntho etsang 2 years le di parents tsa ka. Then di parents tsa ka di separated after ke be 3 years old. Ka tlameha gore ke lo dula le ntatemoholo wa ka e le modula khotla Motsoahole.
Ka nako ne ke arohana le yena mantsane a le monyane a le mosetharo ho no le thata ho nna hobane ke ne ke sa kgone hore nka emela dintho tse ntate wa hae re ne re dilwanela le yena. Ntate wa hae ne le motho ana le letsoho ene ka nako ele ya pele ho no sena hore le ha ntate a o shapa kapa a etsa eng o na le mo o tla ba le ela teng.
Ho bile monate ke dula le ntatemoholo wa ka o na rekisa malamohodu ana le slaga, so everywhere mo ana ya teng ke ne ke dula ke tsamaya le ena, ke dula ke le ka baking ya hae ha rekisa ke nna ona na ampha di sweets. It was so nice ho ba ngwana ntatemoholo. Ke ntse primary ya ka re sametse primary school Tinezal. Ha ne ke etsa grade 5 ntate wa ka a hlokahala. Ke la utlwa bohloko hobane ntate wa ka ke ne ke tseba every time ha natlile hae o na re tlisetsa dintho tse ntle, a re reketse diaparo, o fumana le usa ka re tla thaba, a reke grocery ka tlung le ntatemoholo wa ka a thabe. So ho no le bohloko bophelong ba ka ho bona ntate wa ka hlokahetse, but ntatemoholo o la sekwala space seo sa ntate wa ka. Sekolong ke ne ke le motho a ithutang but ke tletse ke papadi. Ke ne ke tlameha hore ke pushiwe in order hore ke pass, but ke ne ke na le potential.
Le ha ne ke di sheba dibuka tsa hae ne ke bona hore wa nepa le ha na fosa hanyane gore na ona le hantle fela, ona se bohlale bo tlareng bo ya fetella ka bona se domo bo tlareng o se thotho haholo.
Ke passitse matric wa ka 2008 ka Bachelor of Degree. Ha ke qeta ho passa ne ke ipona ke le university ke apply la Valtech because ne ke batla ho ba chemical engineer, ka ba disappointed Valtech as kang accept because of the points tsa ka ho English ya ka le physics ya ka. Then ka tlameha hore ke ye Star School starting sona Valtech for upgrader for a year. Ka passa dintho tsa ka ha ke qeta ka ya Flavius Mara ka FET college. It was very difficult le FET hore ke kene because next na le tšhelete ya registration. FET ha ne ke fihla ke jwetsa ntate Kotjana HOD ya teng ha ke na tšhelete ya kena sekolo a advise hore ke applyele a government bursary ka applyela yang ka ithola bursary ya teng from N4 to N6. I remember 2011 hane ke graduate N6 ya ka ya chemical engineering. Ke ne ke le happy, ke maketse, ke apere mabanta I2, ke aperela N6 la the best student in 2011. So ho ne le monate ho nna pelong ya ka, it was a dream came true. Family ya rona kaofela ne thabile haholo, mme ya ka le proud ka nna, but ke la mo disappoint ka ba pregnant. Hane kata bona hore ke pregnant ke la ba disappointed le nna ke ipotsa hore wa ke bile pregnant wa ga se ke tseba gore mme wa ka nna njwetsa hore ka mne ke qete sekolo ke nyalo hore ke ka ba le ngwana ka morao
ka nako ke utlwelang hore kuo o sa imile ngwana jwanong ha qeta ho graduate ke ile ka ba bohloko haholo ke ne ke ipona ke le molato hore kapa ko baneng ke sa dule le yena empa neng ha ka lo ne ke sa utlwe bohloko ka lo bane batho ba ne ba dula le yena ne ke tseba hore ba kgalemela bana ba rona empa neng ha o no tseba hore ho etsahalang qetellong.
ke la ba le challenge hore after ke be pregnant ka tlameha gore ke family ya heso e hlokomele nna e hlokomele le ngwana ka nngene ha ke sebetse ke qeta ho graduate ha ona le tšhelete lapeng la heso. So ke la utlwa bohloko ke la ha ko gopola tsatsi le leng ke lla le ngwana ke ipotsa wa ke entse ngwana ka be ke ile sekolong kapa ka be ke batlile mosebetsi ka ke se ko thotse. But ke la ipolela hore it's not the end of the world. I must push. This is my boy, Umulimo. Kana ka apply until ke thola learnership ya Motsoahole municipality. Then mo ka etsa level 3 and level 4 of water and wastewater process control. Level 4 of community, water health and sanitation. Ke ratile chemical waste management ya Zamusi Projects. So ka osane ke interview ya teng. Ke tshepa gore ke tlo khutla ke pasitse ke thotse mosebetsi o permanent teng.
Jolo ka tlo ya interview mo sane ke molakaletsa ka tlo le mahlonolo. Tsela tshweu, ditsela tsa hae di bulehe.
Nka pasa interview ya ka ke thola mosebetsi ona na ntha pele ke tlo etsang go rekela mme wa ka ntlo go hlokomela bana ba heso le ngwanaka. Ke hopolele ga gadi wa ka a nghodisitseng le bana ba hae. Ke tle interview nya ka gale ke emetse ke tshepa gore ke tlo thola mosebetsi ona na cause ke ready for ona.
Morning, Evelyn.
Morning, Mr. Skambuza.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
Okay. Welcome to Zamusi, and it's a small company And I just want to find out your way here for this interview. How was it? Did you have any problem finding the place?
No, I didn't actually.
Okay, so transport from home to here wasn't an issue.
No, it doesn't.
Very good. How did you find out about Zamusi?
I found it from somebody who's working at Camp City. His name is Walter. So he told me about Zamusi. When I fall in love with Zamusi, I get interested. I said, this is what I wanted. As I did chemical engineering at school, so it will be an opportunity for me to get the job here at Zamusi.
Okay, all right. Zamusi is probably now about, I would say, 12 months old. We are a fairly new and young company, but we seem to be punching above our weight. We are a waste management company focusing on industrial waste. Like a person who's done chemical engineering is all about taking raw material, processing it into something valuable. So we extract value out of materials we have at our disposal. So we are not different. Why did you choose chemical engineering? I think there's a lot of careers out there.
I love chemical engineering. Since I was doing my matric, I enjoy chemistry. So I fell in love in doing researches, doing the solutions, reactions. So I fell in love with chemical engineering. So I was thinking that one day I want to work at lab.
If you can tell me about your weaknesses, your strengths, the ones that you know.
I will start with my strength. I'm the type of person who's going extra mile. And when I'm in a business, I find a right way of saving money for the company. I just don't play. I'm focused.
Okay. And
Then
the most difficult part, most people don't want to admit their weaknesses. What are your weaknesses?
I actually have one weakness. My weakness is that when I go extra mile at work, forgetting that I work long hours, forgetting that there's a knock-off time. So I think if I am in a business, I must work hard. Then I will see the other part afterwards.
Well,
So
I don't
that's my
see that
weakness.
as a weakness. I see that as a strength for me. If you don't, I definitely benefit out of that.
But for me, I think it's my weakness because sometimes I have my social life. I don't have enough because I'm always at work.
Maybe I can help you there, and you can maybe one day when a person asks you about it, it's time management. We have to manage time. Everything has a time allocated, or must have a time allocated for every activity. But
But I don't like to leave work undone. So I feel like I have to done everything. When I go home, everything is sorted.
okay, that's fine. So one of the things that you actually be responsible for, it will be the development. It's barely a year-old company developing processes. So it's a nice an opportunity that most people will die for, where we developing quality processes, and we develop them along the way. So there's continuous improvement. So when I take you through our processes, I want you to observe what happens. I want you to observe how we do things. In the back of your mind, maybe you can actually see how we can improve on certain processes. But that will be your role up until the lab sort of environment, where it's basically our last check before our product go out to our customers. Other than developing the processes, the expectation would be you find that some of your team members may not have a technical information or technical know-how that you have. I want to share or to actually teach them some of the information or what you've learned at school. So it's all about sharing, passing on knowledge and information, and that's what I want to do. I need a person. I understand you are a hard worker, that's what I like, and you learn fast, because there's a lot of information that will be coming from me to you that I would expect you to absorb as quick as possible. Now, what's going to happen is I'm just going to give you a couple of tasks, probably 3 tasks. You'll be doing this for the first time. I'm not expecting any degree of accuracy. I just want to understand how quick you are to adapt in things that you've never been exposed to. So I'm going to take you to our production area and take you through the process that you'll be responsible for, and some other areas that might be of interest.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sikambuzo.
Okay.
Evelyn hustle to go finyella mo a leng teng. Ha ka a dumella mabaka kapa diphoso tse a di entseng bophelong hore di mbehe fatshe. Mahustlers elellwang dipotso tse tlwaelehileng tsa interview tse ba di botsang hore le tsebe go itlhophisetsa tsona. Evelyn o yentse national diploma, high degree, o sa tlameha hore a ekeletse. Mara ke yona national diploma ena e mo thusitseng hore a fumane mosebetsi as technicians. Highly chemical engineering national diploma, so o le qualified technician, o go dumella gore o be ka hare ha mokgatlo wa di technologists, wa di engineers, wa di artisan. A na wena mahasla o ipona o le mokgatlong ofeng, and hape o ipona o le kae, hobane o lokela ho qala hona tje o etse dintho tse leng gore di tla go atametsa kapa di go beetseleng ya go ya mo o batlang ho ya teng. Hopola hore ditlamorago tsa katlego ke dintho tse nyenyane tse o di etsang tsatsi le tsatsi, ene e leng hore ke dintho tse le rwa di pheta-pheta e leng tsona tse tla go supang bokamosong ba hao.
Hustlers, hayi ukuthi thina sonke ke esisebenza ke ngokuqoqa udoti bafethu phecelezi waste management. Kodwa nathi singaba neqhaza esilidlalayo to reduce, reuse and recycle bafethu. Thina sifuna ukwazi ningakhi lapha emakhaya bafethu enikwazi ukuhlukanisa inhlobo ezihlukene zodoti ngokufana kwazo uma nisifaka lapha kuma dustbin. Ngabe ke nama tricks noma ke ama tips eningasitshela wona angahle nathi ke asincede. Ngithi ake sikhulumeni khona lapha ku Twitter na Facebook njengamanje.
Small company. Yeah. My name is Sikumbuzo Kumalo, the owner and MD of Zamusi Projects. Our company deals with waste management and recycling. And at this point in time, I'm in Sasol Business Incubator, where I hope to further build my company and exploit all the opportunities that are available. Okay, Evelyn, this is our production area. That is where all the action takes place. So what is very important is when you get in here, you must have your safety shoes, you must have your dust coat, you must have your goggles. All of this is called PPE, and it's very important. So now what is going to happen is we're going to start with your task 1. Task 1 is where you're going to open the unit and observe any defects that you see. Okay, let's go. In task 1, Evelyn will have to be able to read serial numbers. She will be able to read when the unit was fabricated or how often it has been serviced. Then open the unit and actually see the inside if there is no visible damage to the units.
Kuthiwa ke ngelimi lesilungu bafethu ukuthi another man's trash is another man's treasure bafethu, or should I say woman njengoba ke siphethe uEvelyn ozamazamayo khona laphana ke eZamusi Projects bafethu. Into akazinisisa ukuthi ikusasa layo ke liqhakazile futhi lihlanzekile njengoba ke afuna ukungena laphana kumkhakha waste management. Uthi uqoqa udoti bafethu, but before simbona ke ashaya itask yakhe yokuqala bafethu, ngithi nami ke out ngikhiphe yami feather duster yazi ngimthintithe laphana uthuli ngikhipha ama spider webs nginisisa ukuthi ingqondo zeni bafethu ziyasebenza njengoba ke ngizonikeza ke iword jump lethu yakule viki. Njengenhlala yenza bafethu yazi nginikeza ama-clue amabili bafethu. Your letters are Z and R. Ngiphinde futhi ngitshele ukuthi umkhakha we-waste management bafethu ukuthi ziningi izinto ezingakuvezela ubungozi. Wink wink, nudge nudge, that's the clue right there. Uyazi ke moya zimpendulo ungena lapha ku social media ufake eyakho. But right now samsibona ke uEvelyn ashaya ke itask yakhe bafethu. Intokazi lapha ke yenza ukuthi ezokuphepha zime ngomumo phecelezi bayibiza ukuthi i-safe and regulated decommissioning of potentially harmful waste components kuma product ke anceda impilo zethu. Hayi Ngiskhwantathe ngibona ngathi le task le izomosha ngempela izomngcolisa. Ngithi sister, prove me wrong and tell me that it's a lot of garbage that I'm talking. Show us.
Evelyn, this is our task one. What you need to perform, your first task, is you need this form, which is a scrap form. This is where we record all the units. It is the very same report that goes to our customer as an evidence that these were units that were handled by us. Now, these are your units that are coming from a mine. They have been taken off because they need to be decommissioned. You know, the end of its life has come. Now, what you need to do is when you start working with these units, you need to observe a couple of things. You need to observe any physical damage. You would look for primary seal, which is the seal here. There will be a secondary seal. Look, that is intact. In this case, there is no primary seal. Okay, it's already been damaged. This is your lever to open the unit. When the guys activate the unit or when they want to donate the unit, this is what they use to open the unit. So you will check, everything seems to be okay, but then what you need to do, we need to take the serial number. Take down the serial number. This is your serial number. It's 3 4 3 1 9 5.
Task 1, mona re bula di units ka teng. Ke bone ile easy for nna. Ho checka di serial number ya teng, ke kgonne di sheba.
Now we open it. Remember, set this is your release lever. It comes out with some power. So you just pull out the lever. Now these are some of the things that we need to observe. When you pull it out, it was supposed to come out pumping. It was supposed to open. You know, it didn't open automatically. So there you are. You know, there it goes. You know, it's supposed to open automatically. So these are some of the observations that you know, maybe you can make a note. Did not open automatically. Self-contained self-rescue pack is a product that is used to escape toxic environment or dangerous environment. It is commonly used in a South African context or around the world in mining activities. As miners go underground, what they would do or what would happen in case of emergency, be it fire or any toxic gas, they would don these units and move to safety base. So what we have come up with is ways where we can recycle this waste. At this point in time, I'm proud to say we don't throw anything. So you further open your unit to actually see if there is no visible damage. You can actually see there is no visible damage on the unit. Okay. So now the first waste stream you have is this. This is made out of stainless steel. Remember, we need to separate all the waste. So that would be your first, that's the first unit.
So what are you going to do about this one?
This one, that's the only one where we would actually probably maybe send it back and find out ways the guys that are packing can always reuse this to repack other stuff. Okay, you want to do the second one?
Okay.
Remember, you first start with inspection.
Everything's fine.
Okay, primary seal, secondary seal is fine. Oh, this is the last one. This is an indicator. If it's blue, it means there's no moisture ingress inside. So it's fine. Should be fine.
I must write the serial number down.
Write the serial number down.
So it is advisable to open it with this, or I can use my hand?
You can use your hand, whatever is safe, but I know women struggle because
It didn't open automatically. Oh, need it.
it does, so it's fine.
Let me check. This number is corresponding with the second number. Yes, it is. I have to think something so it was difficult but everything is handled.
The current position that I've advertised is for a person that would look after the production activities right from the beginning when we receive waste, right up until the end where we have actually turned this waste into a product, making sure that the product that goes out to the customer meets minimum requirements dictated by the customer. Inside, which is what this business is after, we're after that chemical inside. Your potassium superoxide, which is going to be part of your task 3.
In task 1, first thing, it's difficult to open unit. Then the secondly, after opening the unit, it was easy for me to separate the chemicals inside.
Task 1, I think she did well. I have seen men struggle opening those units, so I think she did fairly well. Probably, I think, like I said, I'm not a sexist. No, women tend to hate that task because it breaks their nails and it's a dirty process, But it's a very key process to us because the task 1 determines the end result. If you don't do the task 1 right, you can contaminate the unit. So I think in that respect, she did well.
Evelyn o ithutela ka potlako ene mona mosebetsing ona re bona o tsamaya ka lenaneo ene gape e le bohlokwa gore o seke wa tlola le ha ekaba ntlha e le nngwe gobane o ka senya quality kaofela ya mosebetsi ene so mahustlers se teng mesebetsing e mengata ho go tsho go wena gore bophelong le tseleng ya hao ya go etsa dintho bophelong o tlamea gore o ithute ka mekgwa gore o etse dintho ka lenaneo gore o ska bana le mathata professionally melaotheo ya bophelo ke ena ha ekaba o batla o tlamea gore o ilatele ene mahustlers ithuteng go kopa ha o kopile emela eya kapa che empa che ha itsho gore go se go fedile ene hopola gore ha o sa ithuti o hatela pele o tla dula o ntse leng sebakeng se no ntse o le go sona go tasking ya bobedi he re bona Evelyn a etsa recycling ya polyurethane material ba etsa di aprons ba hlophisa material ene ba lokola quality ya di product tsa o qetela.
Okay, Evelyn, this is our laboratory. This is task 2. That's where task 2 is going to happen. And as I said, task 2, it's all about bulk density. Do you know what is density?
Yes, I do.
What is density?
Density is equals to mass over volume.
Mass over volume. Okay. This is where you're going to determine the bulk density for lithium hydroxide. Okay, let's go. In task 2, what Evelyn will be doing is she'll be taking one of the waste streams, which was initially waste, which will be lithium hydroxide, taking that and analyzing in the lab. We've got a number of waste streams that will have, she will specifically take lithium hydroxide and test the specific density for that lithium hydroxide.
This is my second task. I'm going to calculate bulk density. First, I must look my scale. It's 0. It's normal. Then I'll put my flags there and tear the weight. This is lithium hydroxide, the one we got it from another task that I did, the first task. Then I'm going to put lithium hydroxide inside here until 50 milliliter. Bohlokwa ba etsa bulk density go ho checka hore quality ya chemical e jwang. The second one ko hore client ya rona e tsebe hore chemical e ka hara container ba re fileng yona ke bokae.
Remember, there's something that you need to take into account. There's something called, how do you read in the lab work? It's all about the accuracy. Okay. So what you need to do is always when you read, your reading must be at your eye level. We call it angle of elevation. Because when you read like this, the reading is wrong. When you read like this, the reading is wrong. It must be at your eye level, so angle of elevation. And yes, we tap so that we can make sure that our particles settle down. You know. And yes, if it doesn't, it's above. You can just take some of these off. What will happen if nobody does anything about the waste that ends up in the landfill? It means that there won't be any land available for building new houses, building new hospitals. You know, as a country or as the world, we need to start seeing clever ways of either we reduce or we recycle or we reuse these type of waste that we produce. Do you know what are the uses where this chemical can be used? Different applications?
Yes, I know. Lithium hydroxide can be used as grease.
You can continue it, yeah.
Lithium hydroxide re thola ka hara di units tsa rescue pack. Smell certain say strong, like spirit. If you smell spirit, lithium hydroxide hono khono smella handle. I'm going to calculate for bulk density. So when you calculate bulk density, you say density is equals to mass over volume.
Evelyn's role is crucially when it comes to safety, and that's the reason why I needed somebody with a chemical background.
1.358 gram per milliliter. Our final density is equals to 1.
Okay, now you remember it's the average. You've taken 3 readings, so
yes.
You must divide it by 3, then you get your average.
Okay. Then divided by 3. It's 0.452.
Task 2, I think she did fairly well as well in that case. The way she actually, I would say, started with explaining the instruments that she's going to use and the fact that scale must be balanced. You know, that is key, because if you don't balance your scale, that affects your end result. You may actually think there's something wrong with your product, whereas it's actually the way that you have conducted your experiment. So I think there she did well, and she got the value that I was expecting, that bulk density, which was 0.045, which is the value that we expected.
Task 2 ke sebeditse hantle, ke kgonne ho etsa weight ya lithium hydroxide, ke kgona le ho calculator bulk density ya ka.
Evelyn o santsane a le dithutong, ene ho hongata ho a tlamehang ho ithuta hona hore a tsebe se a se etsang. Ke ka utlwisiso ya bothata bo o sebetsang ka bona hore o bane le bohlale ba tharollo. Recycling yona e bua ho sebedisa material wa kgale ho bopa di-products tse ditjha, hona le ho sebedisa material o motjha. Ha o le chemical engineer, o tlameha ho bana le kelello e buleileng. O lokela ho bana le bokgoni le botsebi ba chemistry, ba physics le maths. Utlwisiso ya mathata le ho kgona ho a rarolla. Kwa tasking ya ho qetela, re bona Evelyn a sebetsa sebakeng se kotsi. Tsa maphelo le polokeho ke tsona tse bohlokwa mona, haholo ditlamorago tsa se a se etsang.
Evelyn, this is task 3, your last task. Here, what we'll be doing is basically to deal with potassium superoxide. React it with distilled water. We're trying to determine the amount of potassium hydroxide in a solution. That will help us to prepare the solution as a final product for the customer. In task 3, Evelyn will have to perform what we call titration process. We're trying to establish the amount of potassium in a solution that we would have made, because our waste, the quality may vary from time to time, and that's what Evelyn will be doing.
Yabona le phunga olihogelayo bafethu, iphunga lempumelelo nemali. Ngikhuluma ngabantu abazi izinto bafethu, Evelyn abangeneke kumkhakha we-waste management bafethu. Labantu ke benza ukuthi thina nathi sihlala endaweni ehlanzekile. Basinceda ngempela laba bantu. Nami awuthi ngincede khona lapha bafethu ku-word jumble nginikeza another clue, and the letter is the letter A bafethu. So simasibuya emva kwetolo sibone ke intokazi lapha uyongena endaweni engahle ibe nobungozi. Akathembe ukuthi ikusasa lakhe alikho enguphekweni bafethu. Get me now. I was take out the trash and then come back.
I'm going to do titration. I just held deionized water 49 grams. Here I'm having potassium superoxide. It is 1 gram. So I'm going to put potassium inside deionized water. You can see the reaction. I prefer to sebetsa ka lab ke bona ke enjoy mosebetsi ka teng cause umpula kelello more practical. So I think for now it's good. Okay. Then I missed the solution here. It's hydrochloric acid. Here we have potassium superoxide. This is our deionized water, and this will be our indicator.
Okay.
Firstly, I'm going to put hydrochloric acid here. Let me just.
The importance of titration and the accuracy thereof is our clients would require various or different types of strength potassium hydroxide. Some would require 20%, some would require 25%, some would require 40%, some 45%. So it is key that we determine the quality of potassium hydroxide that we have, so that when we start making mixtures, we will know probably how to dilute or how to actually produce what the customer has ordered. Okay, that's fine, you can use that one.
Titration is the analytical way of determining the strength of compound. Secondly, I'm going to take indicator.
What does the indicator tell you, or what are you expecting when you put the indicator?
I am expecting this solution to change color.
You'll see when there's a color change, then you'll know that you've reached equilibrium.
Yes. You can see. Just needed to mix it. Now I'm going to pour my solution, which is hydrochloric acid.
So what happened here is, yes, this is what you titrated. Okay. Remember when we added the indicator, it actually turned the color changed, which actually indicated to us that we had an alkaline solution. As you titrated, it became colorless. And when it changed color, it means we had reached a neutral, and then we're moving towards an acid side.
Okay, I think mahaka sebetsa hantle tasking ena ne, but ho etsa everything ke yentse hantle. Ntho e bileng bothata teng ke hane ke tlo tshela ntshware ke batla bona tlo ke cha equilibrium kae ha ya gona ho fitla certain amount e bile below 0.
Evelyn,
Welcome back, Mr. Skambuzawa.
how are you doing so far?
I'm good, and you?
Okay. It's been a long day.
It was.
Okay. All right. Let's just not waste any time. Let's get to it. Okay, maybe I need to start by saying, yeah, it's been a great day spending time with you. It was actually interesting to take you through the process. Myself, like I said, it's a small company. I'm learning. I've made bad decisions before, judgments, and I've made some good ones. And hopefully, I'll make a good judgment this time. Yeah. When I took you through the process, I've actually realized that the first task, which is about opening of rescue units, you did well, you observant, you could read the numbers, you could actually observe the unit in terms of the defects and all that. It's no offense, but ladies need a bit of strength. It will be good if it's sometimes better for your team when you do these tasks, you can actually demonstrate that you can do it yourself.
Yes.
So you're gonna have at some stage to develop a bit of strength. So I'll say, in the long and short of it, you impressed me. I was happy with your performance, and I'm willing to actually give you an opportunity to actually prove yourself. Congratulations once again. Hopefully, when you join this family, you will add value to this family. You will actually assist us in developing some of these processes. Hopefully, you must have seen things that you can improve immediately. We start work at 7 and we finish at 4. Friday we start at 7, we finish early. And yeah,
So-
Monday you start. I don't know if you've got anything
So
to
there's no overtimes.
You will be required to work overtime, but that will be arranged, you know, prior. Normally it's a day, you know, for us to actually arrange that with the rest of the team that we need to work overtime. Unfortunately, as a small company, that's where our strength is. You know, we make decisions now and we execute them now. You know, so yes, in certain instances it works. In certain instances it works against the workers. You know, but whatever we do it for the business.
I got the job. My day was very hectic. The task was very well, but I guess I'm going to learn everything when time goes by. At least now I'm going to be able to look out for my family. I'm going to buy my mom house. Pressa pusha pandama hustlers.
Well done, Evelyn. Re bone ka wena gore maima a hlophisa batho ba tlwaelehileng ho pallo e sa tlwaelehang. Ka jano mahustlers ke batla go bua le lona ka ntho e tlhahelletseng Evelyn leetong la hae la ho fumana mosebetsi. Ene ke ntho ile gore nentse le re kopa gore re bue ka yona. Ha ekaba o tsetile di-qualifications tsa hao empa ha wa fumana certificate, diploma kapa lengolo la hao, ba Government Communication and Information Services ba ka o thusa. Ba na le program e ba bitsang Open the Right Door campaign. Wena fela o tlameha ho romela ID number ya hao le mabitso a hao kaofela mona emailing addressing ena ho netefatsa di-qualifications tsa hao. Kapa ha o batla ho netefatsa trade kapa occupational certificate kapa o lahlehetswe ke higher certificate ya hao, ikopanye he le ba Council of Education le bona ba ka o thusa. Ha ekaba gona le ho sa utlwang, hopola o checkela Facebook kapa website ya rona. Ke emetse ya hao potso.
From rags to riches, she was in the lost and found, and now she is found. Bafethu, and reality one, it's finders keepers. Ungangidlela umona ke intokazi mase sidaphele ngomsebenzi omusha sha. Ngithi simfisela inhlanhla kuyonke into ezabayenza ekusaseni lakhe bafethu. Usikhombisa ukuthi ngokusebenza kanzima ayikho into engahlula, kodwa hey, nayo into inhlula khona lapha bafethu. Uma khana uzama manje ukuza ngegama esifunayo khona lapha kuwe jumble. Hayi sana urongo, ulate. Khona manje usikhathi ukuthi nginikeze impendulo khona lapha kuwe jumble. Igama kade silifuna bafethu yi-hazardous bafethu. Uma-ke uyitholile sithi hayi no, uyinkosi, uyidlozi, uyibhoza bafethu. Uma-ke ungayitholanga ngithi better luck next time. Mina kumfana kaMntambo ngidonsa zonke iy'ntevo sengiphuma kanje. Ngithi akahlangane khona laphana ey'nkundleni zokuxhumana bafethu. Kuwebsite yethu sikhona and also on YouTube. Ungakhohlwa-ke ukubukela ama-repeats ngo-Thursday bafethu ngo-11 ebusuku. Mina kumfana kaMntambo ngithi press the push up phanda. Ungapheli umoya, faka umoya. Don't look down, look up and stay up.